So in today's video, I think I've pulled off some of my best flower blooms to date. Right, let's go. Well, we are back, and I'm going to take back something I said in a previous video about YouTube being saturated with flower blooms. Well, there's going to be one more. So I was going through YouTube trying to see if somebody had done something that I've been looking into trying, and I come across a completely different video by Lola Angelini Art and Design. I'll pop the video in the link in the description box below. Now, she did mention that she didn't come up with this. She's seen Petra, another great bloom artist, do this, and what she did in the video, what Lola did was, instead of using a piping bag, she drew in the white pigment paste into the resin. So we're going to give that a try. And I'm also going to be giving Sea Deeper, the Sinker White, a try instead of using a pigment paste. Only in one though, just in case it goes wrong. I've seen it done with Pinata, but I haven't seen it done with the Sea Deeper. So for this we are using the Collab 1-1 resin. And we are also going to be using the Let's Resin 26 alcohol ink set. I know these are out of stock in quite a few locations. They are on their way back onto Amazon. Again, all the links that I use will be in the description box below. So let's get mixing. So my resin is now mixed, and as always with the bloom, we're just going to let that resin sit. Now just keep an eye on it. As I've mentioned as well before, you don't want your resin to flash cure. If you're worried about that, you can always split your mixture into 2 cups. Make sure they're equal so that both cups kind of warm up at the same time, just to make sure that this does work. Okay, my resin is now 29 degrees Celsius, so I'm going to start mixing up my 2 whites. So I've labelled both of the pots, so the P is for pigment and the C is for the Sea Deeper. So you can see how much I've got in there. I'm not sure what the measurements are of these cups. And as we are mixing these, the resin in the big cup is still warming up, but it'll only warm up by probably 1 or 2 degrees, if that. So this is the Armour Art wet pigment paste, and I've only added what you just saw. I'm just going to thoroughly mix that in. Now for the Sea Deeper Sinker White, I'm just shaking up my bottle. Really don't know how much to add. I've never done it with this before. And this is also going to thin down the resin. So I'm not sure what's going to happen. I want the same opacity really as the pigment paste. I'm just going to keep adding until I'm happy. So that is the 2 of them. That is the Sinker White and that is the pigment. So let's get pouring out. Okay, we've just poured out. So I'm going to go with the same colours that I saw in the video. So this is the magenta in the centre. And then a yellow was dropped on top of that, which makes me nervous. But I'm going to do it. And then I do believe an orange was placed around the outside. I'm going to change things up on the other 2, I think, just to see what happens. Sorry if my focus is gone. As always, massive shout out to my channel members. Thank you very much, and to anyone who's bought me a coffee or a super thanks. What I'll probably do with this is just show the 1 pigment paste and the 1 Sea Deeper, and then I might speed things up for the other 2. So what should we go in this one? We'll go with a red in the middle. Kind of want to do one multicoloured as well. Not sure how it would turn out. So that was the red. I'm just going to chase around the outside with a yellow on this one. Let's go with a yellow in the center as well, just to break that up a bit. Right, so with the other one, yeah, I'm just going to have a play around. I know flowers aren't multicolored, but why can't you just go with anything? Don't have to resemble a flower. So that was the sapphire blue. We'll go with the yellow. And we will go with a red. And then, what should we go for now? I go with another yellow in the middle. And then, this goes against anything that I've ever done with the bloom. I'm going to stir the inks now. So I'm not going as deep as to scratch my mould. This one is like a sunflower. I think it needs more colour. Let's add some more colour to this one here. Let's go around the outside with a magenta. And then on one of these top two, I think I'm going to go in with a yellow around the outside. And then probably just stir it again. Again, if you kind of want to speed the video up, just go to the settings cog in the top right corner. And just put it in 2 times. Just helps with my watch time and the algorithms. Let's just stir that again. Okay, let's start with the pigment paste. So I'm going to use the end of a paintbrush. Is there enough white? That's the thing, I really don't know. I'm just going to draw in the petals. Again, I'm trying not to go too deep. I've never done this. I've only ever done it with a piping bag. I'm just going to keep following that around. Hopefully it won't blob. So I haven't put too much pigment paste in. But I have noticed I've gone a little bit too deep in the centre. So I'm going to quickly stir that. I think I've touched the bottom of the mould. It's a learning curve. I think the middle will blob for sure. I've gone a bit too deep, but we can rectify that in the others. Hopefully. Just going to keep going round, and then as I'm coming out, get larger with the petals. Should really clean my stick before I keep going back in, but I don't think it's overly going to matter on this one because it's blobbed anyway. Right, let's leave that one as it is for now, and we're going to move on to see deeper on this one here. I'm just going to fill in that negative space again with a yellow, so I don't want it too empty and too dull. So let's try not to go as deep on this one. Okay, let's go. I'm not going to bother cleaning my stick on this one either. Just going to keep going. See, this won't be as heavy as the pigment, so we've got less chance of it blobbing. I don't think, actually looking at it now, looking at the first one, I don't think I went too deep. My eyes are deceiving me because I can see the lettering of the mould through the resin, and I think that's tricked my eyes into thinking it's the white pigment that has sunk. So I might be okay. I'm hoping. Again, just try and make them larger as we come out. Went a bit too deep there. I might make a right pig's ear out of it, but I wanted to try it because the results were phenomenal. I think I need to add some more in the middle. Just swirl that around. What I want to see is that starting to pull inwards, like this one has already started. Okay, what I'll do is I'll probably speed these two up. So as you can see, this is quite a mess, but you never know. So I'm starting to get some pulling on this one here. I can see it has gone quite deep. So I'm going to try and pull some of that colour through and stop it from sinking. I think I need to stir that again. I've got some bubbles as well. Hopefully those will rise up. I'm just going to let these sit for a good 10 or 15 minutes and just see how much they pull in. Okay, so far this one has pulled in really nicely. This one's slowly getting there. And this one's beginning to... And this one is just an absolute eyesore. Right, I'll see you for the demold. Right, we're all set. Shall we see what we've got? We'll start with the comical one. This is why you shouldn't add too many colours to a flower bloom. I've got some black card here. I did think about doing the black background, but I decided not to because I keep wasting too much ink. I'll tell you what, that is absolutely stunning. I kept looking at this last night and laughing to myself. Let's see without the card. That's really not as bad as I thought. It's a bit strange with the colours, but that is some really nice petals. As always guys, please give the video a thumbs up and drop me a comment. Really love that one. I'm excited for the rest now because I thought that was going to be a really bad one. So this one's gone a bit off centre. It kind of drifted. I moved the mould. Don't move your moulds. Wow, see, it looks like it should be that way, and if only that area there was green, it would look like a stalk. See, it looks like a flower. kind of positioned like that. That was the C deeper. Definitely needed a solid background, I think. Let's try it on the mould. That is really, really nice, and really nice 3D vibes on those petals there. So I'm thinking these two, one of these two are probably going to be my favourite, and I really don't know which one to demold first. I think I'm going to go with the first one we did. Let's flip it on the card again. Wow. See, I think these are definitely the best blooms that I've done so far. 100%. I liked the pearl ones that I did, but I think these just add, the petals are so much more detailed in these. It's a bit too swirly in the middle. I did go a little bit too heavy with that. But I'm really super impressed with the details in this. I'll definitely be doing these ones again instead of piping bags from now on. Piping bags are good for control. I'm glad it didn't blob. Right, last one. I really, really like the colours on this one. If you haven't subbed, make sure you hit that button for me. I know I've said it before, but I am going to be stopping posting on Facebook soon. So you are going to need to sub and hit that notification bell. Because what's happening is that I'm sharing the videos on Facebook. People are clicking the links to watch the video, but it's not signing in on their device. So they can't like it and they can't comment without remembering their sign-in details. So you are going to have to hit that sub button for me. Right, what we got? Wow. Again, I went a bit heavy on the stir, but in the middle. But look at those petals. Absolutely stunning. Wow. It's kind of brightened it up quite a lot, putting it on the white mould. Yeah, so I think I can't pick a favourite. I think for the one that drifted, for the 3D effect that we've got, is probably one of my favourites. Anyway, guys, I will see you for the next one. Bye for now.